It's Monday, September 21st, and time for your Barbados Today Morning News Update. The people of St. George North will head to the polls in a by-election within 90 days, beginning October 1st. Prime Minister Mia Mottley made the announcement last night after confirming that the Barbados Labour Party's Member of Parliament for the constituency, Gline Clarke, will be demitting office on September 30th. Addressing the constituency's annual general meeting, the Prime Minister revealed that Clarke, who has served the constituency for the past 26 years, will take up the post of High Commissioner to Canada, replacing recently appointed President of the Senate, Senator Reginald Farley.
I believe, Gline, that you will continue to bring that approach that you have that brings people together, people of different backgrounds, people of different perspectives, people of different ideologies. That's the genius of Gline Arley Clarke, that he has been able to let everyone come to work together in pursuit of a common mission, whatever that mission is. So that, my friends, Gline's exit shall occasion a vacancy in the Parliament of this nation. And as I said, within 90 days, a by-election will have to be called. I have every confidence that when that by-election is called, that the Barbados Labour Party shall do its utmost best once again to enjoy the will of the people as the people's representative.
Meantime, Clarke, who came to office in September 1994, thanked the people of St. George North for their unwavering support over the last 2 decades and urged them to continue supporting the party.
I believe that our party is strong. Our branch is strong. We have several persons, eminent persons, who want to represent St. George and are qualified. I will be there to help, to guide, and to assist as much as I can. As I said, I will never leave this constituency. I urge the people of St. George North and Barbados to pray for us and help us select the best replacement. But above all, let us elect the Barbados Labour Party in this constituency. The only body knows the hour and the date is the lady sitting next to me. But as Owen always said, beware, the Son of Man may come at any time.
Come October 1st, civil servants who have been working in their posts for the past 3 years or more will be appointed. Prime Minister Mia Mottley made the announcement last night at the annual general meeting of the St. George North constituency. She told the gathering that a special bill will be tabled in Parliament tomorrow and debated in the House of Assembly the following Tuesday, September 29th, before going to the Senate on September 30th.
Unless you have a case in the criminal court, unless you have a disciplinary matter before the Services Commission, unless you have a process that has started with you going to the medical board because you're no longer capable of carrying out your job, so you haven't been to work for months, and therefore you're looking to see whether you can be medically boarded, unless you have a negative reference in your personnel file, that if you don't have none of those, then you will be entitled to be appointed to the public service of Barbados come the 1st of October 2020.
Attorney General Dale Marshall also addressed the St. George North meeting. He told the supporters that government has taken steps to purchase body cameras for the Royal Barbados Police Force to deal with the issue of accountability.
We are very fortunate in Barbados to have a first-class police force. I know that in recent times there have been some claims about police harassment and police unfairing people and so on. I can say to you that we have put in place the purchasing arrangements to purchase at least 200 body cams. Body cams is short for body cameras. And we've said to the police, this protects you and it protects the people that you go to deal with. Because when you have on your body cam, they could say, he come and kicked down my door, but the video will show what was the truth. So that is a measure that we are putting in place to deal with the issue of accountability.
It's back to school today for thousands of this nation's children. They will be operating under a new normal, with some having face-to-face classes, while others will be working online. However, the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training said St. Stephen's Primary, St. Paul's Primary, St. Martin's Mangrove Primary, Half Moon Fort Primary, St. Matthew's Primary, and St. Philip Primary will start tomorrow as a result of further adjustments which are required to be in place to meet COVID-19 protocols. The country's COVID-19 count now stands at 189 after 4 people, including a 10-year-old girl, tested positive for the virus. They are now being housed at the Harrison Point St. Lucie Isolation Facility. 3 of the cases arrived in the island on Saturday: a 50-year-old female aboard British Airways, a 23-year-old woman who arrived on Caribbean Airlines from Jamaica, and a 34-year-old woman who arrived on JetBlue from New York. The 10-year-old girl who arrived on Caribbean Airlines from Jamaica on September 14th and who is the sister and known contact of another positive case. There are 9 people in isolation and 173 have recovered.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To news from our regional neighbors, Trinidad and Tobago's Commissioner of Prisons is reporting a significant dent in his workforce as over 250 prison officers are quarantined. More in this report from TV6 News.
The prisons are known for cramped and poorly ventilated conditions, but Prisons Commissioner Dennis Pulchan says that is not a factor in this equation.
No, I don't think conditions in prison can cause COVID. COVID is a virus. It's a virus because, but not from the prison actually. Prison officers go to their normal life and they leave the prison and they go to the groceries, they go to the market, they go to shopping malls, they interact with people. So, and then it's community spread. So, one really do not know who may have the COVID virus out there.
This as over 250 officers are now in quarantine.
I have 254 officers right now quarantined.
I just wanted to clarify, those are not all positive, those are like contacts of positive patients and stuff like that.
No. The number that I quoted on are people who are quarantined, who would have contact other people with flu-like symptoms and have it given the 40 days to stay home.
The Commissioner says at last count, there were about 36 actual positive COVID cases among his officers. Regardless, the situation has left a significant dent in his workforce.
There are officers who are doubling up on their shifts, giving of themselves to ensure the security and safety of the prison, of the nation's prison.
And finally, the Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden says President Donald Trump's move to replace the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg before the election is an abuse of power. More in this report from Reuters TV.
To jam this nomination through the Senate is just an exercise in raw political power.
Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden on Sunday blasted U.S. President Donald Trump's plan to vote quickly on a Supreme Court nominee to fill the vacancy left by the death of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Voters of this country should be heard.
Biden urged Senate Republicans to respect Ginsburg's dying wish that she not be replaced until a new president is installed.
As a nation, we should heed her final call to us, not as a personal service to her, but as a service to the country, our country.
The former vice president rejected the idea of releasing the names of potential nominees, saying that doing so as Trump did could improperly influence those candidates' decisions in their current court roles, as well as subject them to unrelenting political attacks. He also reiterated his pledge to nominate an African-American woman to the court, which would be a historic first if he has the opportunity.
There's so much at stake.
The former vice president's remarks come as a Reuters Ipsos poll released Sunday found that a majority of Americans believe whoever wins the election should get to pick the Supreme Court nominee. 62% of Americans agreed that November's winner should choose the nominee, suggesting that many object to Trump's plan to push through another lifetime appointee to the Supreme Court, which would be his third.
That's news. But for the very latest, visit us at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.